Oh wow, look at that.
В июне месяце 1807 года в Тильзите состоялась встреча императора Александра с Наполеоном.
That looks so cool. You know, I've been impressed with the set design and like the Treaty of Tilsit, which happened in the lake, just looks awesome. Just look at that.
Жизнь между тем.
Heck yeah, there was war, and now there is peace.
Были приглашены, и Наташа собиралась на первый большой бал в своей жизни.
That's awesome. We're gonna party. Heck yeah. Wow. That place looks beautiful. Like the set designs, like I'm wondering if this was filmed on location or something. Like I'm assuming, yeah, in Russia, but yeah, I'm like wondering what historical places they like filmed that, because like I said, the setting, like I said, has just been really great, and it's something I didn't comment on last video, but yeah, just everything looks like amazing, like the attention to detail. Yeah, I've been amazed, to be honest, with this movie so far. That's cool. Alexander has arrived. Oh, hey, there's Andre. Oh, cool, Pierre's there too.
Моя протеже Ростова, молодая. Пригласите ее.
Oh, dang. Okay, I did notice last part, like, where not Pierre, but, Andre and Natasha were eyeing each other, so... Alright, I guess Pierre is being the wingman right now, and trying to get Andre to dance with her. Considering she's like looking like she's about to cry that no one wants to dance with her. So, okay. Alright, that's cool. My boy Pierre. Yeah, these two are gonna fall in love. Like, the way that they're looking at each other, like, yeah, that's like straight up, I'm in love with you kind of looks, you know? So, you know, I did not expect Andre and Natasha to end up a couple. But it looks like that's where it's going right now. You know, I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but I kind of always wanted to go to like a ball. Kind of like when I'm watching these movies and there are these like, you know, ball scenes, where all the dancing, the extravagance, the elegance. I was always like, man, I kind of wish we had that nowadays. Nowadays, all we have is clubs, which aren't anything like this. You know, there's just something so like sophisticated and elegant about these scenes. Like I see in movies, I'm like, I always wanted to do one. Like, I don't know. But I will say though, when people are dancing, they're always like moving in sync, never bumping into each other. Like, I don't know. I'm like, did they rehearse? No, I imagine they're doing popular dances, but like, sometimes I'm like wondering, you know? I feel like I would be bumping into everybody. But it just looks, like, look at this. It just looks really like, I don't know, beautiful. I really wish I could have ever... I wish we could have had these nowadays. We don't. Or at least they're not that popular. These aerial views, man. Yeah, look at this, literal sparks between them. Laying it on thick.
Я влюблен, мой друг.
Ну что, мама, ради бога, ничего
Oh,
не
wow.
спрашивайте.
Я живу, но я не могу жить без нее. Но может...
Oh, dang. He's really smitten. He's like, I need to marry her. I can't live without her. Wow. That's interesting.
Женитесь, и я уверен, что счастливее вас не будет человек.
Но она...
Dude, Pierre's really playing the wingman right now. He's like already... He got them together, now he's like, you have to marry her. Like, basically, he's full on wingman mode. And I kind of respect that, you know? He's like, man, my marriage sucked, and let me try to get other people into marriages. Hopefully they're better than mine. Poor Pierre, last part, he married like the worst kind of person. I felt really bad for the poor guy.
Пойди к нему. Он просит твоей руки.
Oh, wow. You know, it's kind of cool that it took love to get Andre out of his existential depressed funk, you know, because last part after the Austerlitz, he was like, oh, life, I don't like your illusions of hope and happiness, and he was emo there for a second. I'm joking, but you know, he was pretty depressed, and now it's like, you know, after like meeting Natasha and whatnot, he got life back in him. And that's the power of love, I suppose, you know. It can make you just feel better. You know, that's kind of cool. A bit cliche, but you know, love conquers all at the end. So good for him. Now, I am wondering about the age difference. Last part they mentioned he was like 31, and the way Natasha was acting last part was like she's still a child. Like a teenager at best. I'm gonna be like, I'm guessing highest 18? I'm guessing? I don't know. Yeah, there does seem to be a difference though in terms of the age gap. Definitely the maturity levels for sure though.
Любите ли вы меня?
Да.
They've only had... You know, I will say, don't get me wrong, I'm a sucker for romance. But I think they've only, like, they've only really interacted in that one time at the ball, right? So, like, they fell hard and quick. Oh, man. Or maybe there were more off-screen interactions, I'm guessing, but... Yeah, at least just so far in the movie, they've only interacted, like... once at the ball, and this is kind of their first, like, formal, at least that we've seen conversation, so dang. Man. To be honest, I kind of fall fast too, like, when I get a crush, I crush hard, so, like, I guess I can understand. Though I don't ask them to marry me off the bat, but, different time, you know.
Князь Андрей не находил в своей душе прежней любви к ней.
Wait, what?
В душе его вдруг повернулось что-то. Не было прежней поэтической прелести желания, а была жалость к ее женской и детской слабости, был страх перед ее преданностью и доверчивостью. Настоящее чувство, хотя и не было так светло и поэтично, как прежде, было серьезнее и сильнее.
Сказала ли вам...
Is that a good thing? Like, the way he just said that, I'm like, oh. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna worry. Is this like infatuation? Like, you know, with love. Like, I remember I once, a while ago, fell for someone really hard. You know, I could have sworn it was quote-unquote love, but it was just a strong infatuation. At the end, nothing happened, and, you know, I don't know, like, I think, like, it's interesting, because my mom says, like, sometimes you can just be strongly infatuated or kind of obsessed with someone, but not really love them. You know what I mean? Like, when you have a crush or something, but then, like, eventually, if you were to get together, you kind of get past that initial infatuation, honeymoon stage, as they call it, and, you know, then you'll see if it's meant to be. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what I'm worried about right now, because after that, I'm like, is this really infatuation? Is this really love? Or, like, are they just infatuated, and then the actual issues are about to arise, and they're gonna find out maybe they're not best for each other? That would be a turn.
Вот вы узнаете себя.
Целый
Oh.
Нет, я все сделаю. Я так счастлива.
Okay, so like I said, I'm getting a weird vibe now. Like at first it was kind of like nice, but after that interaction with those two, I'm like, I have a weird vibe now. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like good. Uh. Okay, so he's gonna leave for like a year. I guess he has things to do. So that's wild. Asking for hand in marriage. Like okay. Well, I gotta go for a year now, so when I get back, now we'll really settle it. Uh, I may have missed, what is he gonna do for a whole year before they get, I guess, officially married and, or at least publicly announce their engagement? Okay, so I guess Natasha's in this hunting expedition with these guys, and she loves riding, and you know, I was thinking about that. Not nowadays we have, at least for entertainment, a lot of options. I think you know, like for instance, for me, I use YouTube a lot. YouTube is literally my source of entertainment. I just spend all day on here watching videos, making videos, etc. Um, you know, and there's like video gaming and like I said, I think we have a lot of entertainment options. Back then though, like before the internet and whatnot, I like wondering like, you know, what they did, because always we hear about like hunting and like riding, I guess, and this is probably more outdoors, probably a lot more healthier options, because I'm like, you could just stay home and like, I guess reading is the best option. Reading, probably going out with friends. Yeah, just a completely different world, huh? Like, it does seem like hunting, though, was a pretty big pastime. Because I always keep hearing it brought up, like, people back then would just go out and go hunting and whatnot, so... I've never personally been hunting myself, yeah. You know, this part is definitely, like... I really like it because... Part 1, obviously, was kind of to establish everything, but we kind of got into the War of the Third Coalition very, like, you know, obviously chaotic in that sense, and full of action. This part, obviously, since it's focusing on Natasha, has a much more, like, mundane feel to it. I don't mean that in a bad way. I actually really like it. It's kind of like the calm before the storm, because I know, like, eventually the war stuff is gonna start off, but this is definitely the peace of war and peace, you know what I mean? That's how I would call this part, at least. You know, like, obviously we're getting insight into, like, just the life, of these characters, a lot with Natasha, and I don't know, like, I think it's, like, kind of like when you, for those of you who watch anime, it's kind of like when you watch those slice of life things, and it's like, you know, you're just kind of like, just sitting down and just getting to, like, enjoy things with the characters. I think it's, I find it very interesting, you know what I mean? And I still am really engaged, I feel, overall.
Он приехал. Я так боюсь, что этого не будет. А главное, я стареюсь, вот что. уже не будет того, что теперь есть во мне.
You're like 18, chill out. I'm growing old and weird. But you know, actually that is a thing. Like, I think like back then in certain time periods, like if you were like in your 20s and unmarried, you're like, oh, undesirable or something. Like, I've heard that in like some cultures. So like there was a lot of pressure for women to marry young, especially back then. Like, we've heard of like women as young as 13 or whatnot being engaged or married in like certain cultures, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah.
Сходи на дворник и принеси, пожалуйста, петуха.
I know it means chicken. I'm sorry. My dumb immature mind, I am so sorry.
Куда бы мне деваться? Что бы мне с собой сделать? Остров Мадагаскар.
Madagascar. Heck yeah. My favorite DreamWorks film.
Бывает с тобой, что тебе кажется, что ничего не будет. Ничего. Что все, что хорошее, то было.
There are some points that I'm resonating way too much with this. Do you feel like nothing will come? That everything good has passed? Yeah. You know, it's funny, I kind of have been feeling like that as of late. It's interesting, you know, like, I did not expect to relate to Natasha. That kind of moved me. I have been feeling like that for a while now. What else does she say?
И не то, что скучно, а грустно.
Еще как?
Okay, she was talking to him. Yeah, like I said, I'm currently, you know, I graduated from college, bachelor's, with my bachelor's in English. Right now I'm studying for the LSAT to get into law school, but I've been in this weird state in life where, you know, like, I don't know if I should go into it, but kind of like where I'm waiting in this waiting period, and I'm doing really well in life. Like the last 2022 to 2024 mainly, I had my battle with depression and suicidal thoughts and anxiety. All of that, I never had any of that previously in life, but for those 3 years, I battled it, and I battled it pretty much alone, because my last group of friends and I kind of departed, not on the best terms, and I've kind of been friendless you know, I became friendless. That happened in, like, late 2021, and then, like, in February of 2022, I battled my depression, suicidal thoughts, and anxiety, and, you know, for the most part, I'm over it now. I don't really feel depression anymore. I don't have any anxiety, and, you know, the suicidal thoughts have gone away, but I did fight that essentially alone with only my faith in God that kept me alive. I didn't go to therapy. I didn't take any medication. I roughed it out. And, you know, like, granted, I'm good now, but I'm just kind of, you know, I'm just kind of existing at the moment, and I guess that's why I've put so much time in YouTube, because I really do enjoy this hobby, and, you know, all that, but there are some times I think, like, I'm getting older, I'm like 25, I'm still young, but, you know, and I guess in some parts I'm like, man, you know, I I never really like partied or anything, like for the most part, like because of my Christian beliefs. For the most part, like I said, I don't really have any friends. I'm very solitary and hermited, if it were, and sometimes I'm just sitting around thinking like, you know, have the best days gone by, and you know, will anything ever come? Because sometimes I feel like nothing will, you know. But there's still, and I get those feelings and thoughts once in a while. Well, but you know, then I remind myself like there is a lot happening. Like I said, right now I'm, you know, studying for law school, so that's gonna be a completely new journey that I'm gonna go into. This channel is growing too, like, you know, at least I think by the time this video drops, I'll at least be in the 300s, you know. It's a pretty good growth. It's not like I'm exploding, but I am getting to meet new people, and there are people who like sticking around, which means a lot to me. And, you know, like I said, I'm still only 25, like I have an entire life ahead, you know. I would like to live a really long time. I think if there's one good thing that came out of all those, the last, you know, 3 years where I suffered through what I suffered through, I definitely want to live even more. I think I have a desire for life than I've ever had, like a stronger, and I don't want to die. I really want to live, and live for as long as humanly possible, as long as I can. So, assuming I get to live to my 80s or 90s, you know, there's still so much life to experience. And just cause, you know, you might be in a rut, kind of like I was, like I said, being friendless for even up to now, like 4 years, you know, loveless. Like I said, I've never really had well, I had a girlfriend when I was in middle school, but since then I've gone through high school, college, basically my so far my young adult life single, you know, battling what I battled with depression and suicidal thoughts and anxiety. And now here, as I'm in this waiting period, I'm done with undergrad, you know, done with my bachelor's, and now before I jump into law school, I'm kind of just sitting around, you know, home with more contemplating thoughts. And like I said, like sometimes it's easy that I fall into the trap, like, man, will anything good come? Like, sometimes I'm waiting, like, will anything happen? Like, but it will, you know, and I'm certain that it will for me, because I said the longer you just live, things will happen. And I can't believe this movie made me I'm so sorry I got into this thought that this movie has like emotionally resonated with me, especially this Natasha part. Like, as I'm watching her kind of like live her life, experience the simple joys of life with her you know, family, and that scene where she's with her uncle kind of reminded me of my grandpa. And it's just like, I don't know, it's like the small things in life, I think, are so beautiful. And holy crap, I'm getting emotional. What the okay, I had to pause the video right there. I got emotional. I've never gotten emotional in this channel. It's like history. Wow. This movie really is beautiful, because it's just making me think about life, you know, and just like, life is beautiful, I think, and a blessing. And, you know, I think while it can be at times unfair and not the funnest to be in, I think life at the end is beautiful with its ups and downs. And, you know, I would hope, I'm happy to be alive, and I hope to live for a long time. And, you know, I gotta read the novel. Like, the movie's already making me like this. I have to read the full novel. Like, it's really poignant. I'm sorry. But let's get to the video. That looks so fun. Like, riding on sleighs and stuff. I live in California. It's hot all the time here. Basically a desert, so like, snow is not something that I'm accustomed to, but I've gone to the mountains a few times to be in the snow. It can be really fun, but again, it's not yeah, it just looks really fun.
Князь Андрей просит сократить срок на 3 месяца. Напиши ему, чтоб подождал, пока умру. Недолго, скоро развяжу. Женись, голубчик. Родство хорошее. Умные люди, а? Богатые, а? Да, хороша у Николушки мачеха будет. Напиши ты ему, что пускай женится хоть завтра.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Andre has a son. Like, his wife died, but she managed to deliver the child. So I guess the child's with his dad here. And it seems like his dad is the reason why he's not, you know, like getting married and whatnot off the bat. Oh boy.
Сударыня. Графиня? Графиня Ростова, коли не ошибаюсь. Прошу извинить. Не знал, сударыня. Видит Бог, не знал, что вы удостоили нас своим посещением.
За дело до его отца и сестры. Я люблю его одного. Его.
Yeah, they don't seem to like her, huh? Well, I mean, the sister was being polite, but like, yeah, Andre's dad doesn't seem to like the idea of him being with her. So, you know, yeah, that's quite the challenge there. Oh. Okay, she's glancing at that guy. Oh my gosh. Dude just teleported behind her. Dude, look at the way they're looking at each other. Oh no. That's not good. That's really not good. Is she like catching eyes for someone else? So far, I don't think their engagement, Andre and Natasha's, has even been made public. That was a big thing. So like, I guess he wouldn't know. Most people would still see her as single, right? And he has been gone for a while. Oh gosh, no. No, I don't like where this is going, guys. I don't like where this is going. This guy still looming. Just look at it's kind of creepy. He's like, look at him. He looks like a horror movie slasher. Oh my goodness. But yeah, he's down bad. He wants her. But she doesn't seem to be rebuffing him. That's the problem. Oh no, now they're dancing? Well, it's a harmless dance. You know, you waltz with people. It's not completely bad. Gosh. Alright, Natasha, this is where you say, I'm sorry, I can't, or I'm engaged, or something. This is getting too close for comfort. I'm actually a little worried. You have to remain loyal to Andre. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She's a cheater now. She's just like Josephine and Napoleon for real. I'm sorry, but oh, that sucks. Poor Andre. Oh, and freaking Helen there, because Helen's been watching. Now she has dirt on her. Oh my gosh, and she like reveals it. Poor Andre. The dude got out of his depressive existential funk last part because of her. He was like, he went from, I don't believe in happiness or love or life. And then he suddenly changed when he saw her. He's like, oh, I can live again. And now he's gonna go back to that. He's gonna be like, oh, I hate life again. Like, you know, poor Andre. The man's... Poor Andre.
Разве это так оставят? Узнается дело, что ты женат, ведь тебя под уголовный суд подведут.
Ах, глупость. Глупость.
Oh my. Whoa, wait. Okay, I need to hear that again.
Так оставят? Узнается дело, что ты женат, ведь тебя под уголовный суд подведут.
He's married. Oh my gosh. Okay, at first I wasn't completely upset because I was like, well, assuming that Natasha's like engagement to Andre is still a secret, then he's just pursuing what he thinks is a single woman, right? Who's not rebuffing his advances. But no, he's awful too. He's awful. Oh my gosh. Everyone's just being a cheater now. That sucks. Oh my gosh.
Голубушка, он пишет. Соня. Волконский. Ах, Соня, коли бы ты могла знать, как я счастлива. Ты не знаешь, что такое любовь.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I said. With Andre, it was like a fascination, you know? She's still like really young. And I was like, is there really love or infatuation? And it's like when you're also younger like that, like again, I don't know how old she is. I'm going with, yeah, like she's like a teenager according to my quick Google search. Apparently like 16, like around there, so she's still like a teenager. And if there's anything about teenagers, catching feelings willy-nilly is kind of a common thing. So yeah, like again, I thought she's infatuated. Now someone else is around, you know, like, oh, now we love each other, and suddenly Andre is like not important. I mean, a part of me can kind of, not condone it, but I guess since Andre hasn't been around, like, that relationship has kind of died down, you know? But, like, still, though, you are still engaged, so... Again, I think Natasha's infatuated, but I don't know if I don't think it's real love with either of them. At least that's what I'm getting.
Я не могу без него! Наташа! Я не понимаю, что ты говоришь. Ну что ты говоришь? Ну, вспомни об отце, о Микале. Никого не нужно, я никого не люблю, кроме него. И как ты смеешь говорить, что...
Oh my gosh, he really is just a teenager. Oh, I love him, I can't. Oh my gosh. Freaking Natasha starting to sour on me now, right? Oh my goodness.
Неблагороден. Разве ты не знаешь, что я его люблю? Соня, уйди, я не хочу с тобой ссориться. Уйди, уйди, ради бога! Видел, как я мучаюсь.
I'm rolling my eyes, oh my gosh.
Пожалуйте, какой барыня? Да ты кто?
Oh, what the heck is going on? So I'm guessing this whole plot with the whole get her on the sleigh was to kind of elope with Natasha, I'm guessing, like...
Бесстыдница! Хороша, очень хороша. В моем доме любовникам свидание назначать. Притворяться нечего. Ты слушай, когда я с тобой говорю. Ты себя срамила, как девка самая последняя.
Period. It's true that this is completely warranted. And yeah, Natasha needs to be brought down a peg. She's all over the place. She's a mess right now. Man. Like I said, she's a teenager. This is exactly what you'd expect. But yeah, this is good. You tell her, you know.
Я приедет, что я скажу ему, а? Ну, узнает он, ну, брат твой жених.
Нет жениха! Я отказала!
Все равно.
Oh my gosh. Poor Andre. I'm just thinking about Andre the entire time. Like, this poor man, he's gonna come back and he's gonna hear about this and he's gonna be heartbroken. He's gonna go back to being depressed, Andre. Nothing hurts more than a broken heart, I think.
Уйдите! Вы все меня ненавидите! Не знаете?
What? This is so dramatic. I feel like I'm watching a novella right now. Holy crap. Dude, Natasha's 180. I was like cool with her in part 1 and most of this part. I don't know what to say. The complete 180. I'm like, what is... Oh my gosh. She's a complete mess. Oh, and Pierre's back? I was wondering, where the heck was Pierre during all of this? This movie, man. I'm so invested. The drama. Like, oh my gosh.
Обещали вы жениться. Я не думал. Впрочем...
Doesn't even want to... Oh my gosh. Dude's I can't stand any of this. Oh my gosh. They both suck. Oh man. Of course Pierre would be like, most angry. Pierre got cheated on by his wife, and now he's having to watch Natasha get cheated. Well, Natasha actually a part of the cheating, never mind, but he's probably upset for his friend. He's like, man, poor Andre, man. I pushed him towards Natasha. And now look at all this. He's gonna be completely destroyed upon hearing of this, you know? And friggin' Natasha's over him, apparently. She's like, I've refused. Like, this sucks. This all sucks.
Все равно. Передай графине Ростовой, что она была и есть совершенно свободна.
Okay, so Andre knows. Yeah, Andre ain't the kind of guy to break down. He just seems like bitter, but you know his heart's broken. You know he's not okay.
Я не могу. Можно это сравнивать. Да, опять просить ее руки, быть великодушным и тому подобное. Да, это очень благородно, но я не способен идти по следам этого господина.
Honestly, I completely agree with Andre. Like, he's done with her. I think he's handling it the best way possible. He's like, alright, I've been betrayed. We're done. No reconciliation. Honestly, I think I would be the same too if I got cheated on. I think that's just unforgivable. You know what I mean? I think at that point, you need to end it. Like, I know, I've known some people who get cheated on and just get back together. I've seen it. Like, it is possible. But for me personally, I think once you cross that line, it's done. You know? In my opinion. So I think Andre is making the right call to just let it be done.
Ничего не знаю.
Yeah, I don't think it was love. It was just a infatuation. I don't even think she was in love with Andre, dude. Like, I think this was just catching feelings, as you do when you're a young person, you know what I mean? I don't think it was real love with any of them. She had, you know?
Был не я, а красивейший, умнейший и лучший человек в мире. И был бы свободен, я бы сию минуту на колени просил руки.
Pierre's way too nice, I think. He's such a nice person. His best friend, I guess Andre is his best friend, because they seem to be really close. You know, got his heart broken by Natasha, yet he's still just trying to be there for the both of them. I don't know, I think Pierre, something about him is that he's just Probably has the purest soul of the entire, like, series. Though I don't know, I probably wouldn't be that nice to Natasha. She definitely brought a lot of it on herself, but, you know, maybe that's just me being a bit mean. But, yeah, Pierre's a nice guy, you know? 18 to, oh yeah, oh my god. I completely forgot. Yeah, this is a Napoleonic era film. All that, I completely forgot. Oh yeah, Napoleon, the Russian invasion. Okay, that was the piece, I suppose, of this series. Now we're going back to war. Look at that! Oh my god, I completely forgot about the epic scale of the army, of the Grand Army.
12 июня силы Западной Европы перешли границы России, и началась война. То есть совершилось противное человеческому разуму и всей человеческой природе событие.
And we begin part 3 tomorrow. That was wild. It was kind of cool and mundane at the beginning, but man, did crap hit the wall, the fan, by the end.